channel. Well, as you guys know, turkey season's over pretty much. So that doesn't mean that I'm not done messing around with hunting gear. If you watched my channel, you know that I went to a Mossberg Maverick 88 for a turkey gun this year, and I was extremely satisfied with that gun. So I started thinking about small game hunting, specifically like wing shooting, dove hunting, squirrels, something that I could use all the time. So I decided to buy another Mossberg Maverick 88 and 20 gauge. And we're out here at the range today. We're going to throw some patterns through an improved cylinder choke and a modified choke. These are both aftermarket Carlson chokes that I have. The cylinder choke, and they're flush chokes, not extended. But this one's in the gun right now. And we got this guy too. We're going to try that. We're going to try some new shells. We're just going to break the gun in because I still haven't got to shoot it. But I went out and bought another Mossberg Maverick 88. This guy's not going to do anything special to it. We're just going to run it as is until I see fit to change it. So we're going to do some shooting. Right there's the improved cylinder. We're going to do some shooting and we're going to see what it's like. All right, guys, we're back from the range. We made it back to the house. I don't know about your area, but where I'm living at, man, it gets real hot real fast. A lot of humidity in these hills and stuff. So I had to try to get this done early as possible. But before we go over any of the patterns, I really just wanted to show you guys this gun. It's almost identical to the other one. I mean, it is everything except for the forend. It's got this forend on it. The other one's got that blockier forend, which, I mean, not a big deal. And honestly, I kind of like this one too. It runs well. I could run this one a little faster. It's got a little better grip on it. So, I mean, it kind of fits what I want to do with this gun. This gun is primarily bought for small game, everything from dove to squirrel. I may even give my hand at ducks this year. I'm not really sure, but I've never really got into that, so we might give that a shot. I do have some 20 gauge waterfowl rounds that I am going to pattern in the future. So just wanted to go over this. This is the Maverick 88 20 gauge by Mossberg. I'm a big 20 gauge guy. If you watched in my channel at all, that's really what I gravitate to is 20 gauge, easy managed recoil, and honestly, I don't really find anything this gun or any 20 gauge can't do that a 12 gauge can do, giving them just a little bit of range. But so that's just my personal preference, Yeah, everybody's got one. I did shoot a 12 gauge for a while when I was younger, but I just really gravitate towards the 20 gauges now. Between chokes and shells, I feel like these guys are more than capable of getting the job done, and they have. So let's jump into the patterns. All right, just from past experience now, I've always ran a modified choke. I do have the improved cylinder choke, but like I said, I'm not a pro dove hunter by no means. In my area, dove hunting is just like an open season type of thing, but I do want to try to get into it more this year. So that's why I wanted to do this. And I'm looking at this one. This one, I didn't have any more big targets, but this is the Remington heavy dove load 7.5 shot out of the modified choke at 20 yards. This gun does shoot a touch left. So I'm not mad about that being a right-handed shooter. So I would just shorten my lead up a little bit because, right-handed shooter, I'm going to swing easier to the left, but might have to lengthen my lead to the right. I'm just going to have to get used to the gun, shoot plays and whatnot for that. All right, this is the 30-yard target with a 7.5 heavy dove load Remington. Like I said, didn't have any more larger of the targets that I had. I really gravitate toward an 8-shot, especially with the 20 gauge, because of the pellet count, better spread, better coverage. But I just, for fun, had a few of these guys left. Figured why not? We'll throw them on these and see what we got. And this is what we got. I mean, it's not awful, and I mean it's an option if that's all I could find. But pretty sure I'm going to be able to find 8-shot, and I'm going to try to stock up on it this summer. That way I know I have it. But let's jump into the 8-shot pattern. All right, taking a look at these patterns, we're going to start off with the improved cylinder and the Winchester Super X choke, or shell. Sorry, not choke, shell. The improved cylinder choke. This is what we got at 20 yards here. Pretty good coverage. Nice spread. Make one hell of a decoying
choke for sure. They're coming in on the decoys. And then at 30 yards, we got this guy. A lot more spread, which was expected for sure. But that is the Winchester Super X choke. Not totally disappointed in it. Let's take a look at the Monarch pattern. All right, this was the Monarch shell and the improved cylinder choke. 20 yards right there. It's a pretty good pattern. We got 4 pellets inside that little black circle there. So 4 pellets dead on to the point of aim. And then a really nice spread of pellets. Favored off to the left more than it did the right. But everything in this gun that I patterned today was shooting left. So there's the 20-yard pattern. And this is where I seen the real difference. The 30-yard pattern. For some reason, that Monarch shell did really well at 30 yards with the improved cylinder choke. So if I was to pick a shell running the improved cylinder, I would pick the Monarch between the two. Just because of the density here. And there were 7 on the point of aim impacted right there. So that's my pick for the improved cylinder choke. Let's take a look at the modified. All right, this is the 20-yard pattern for the modified and the Winchester Super X shell. Modified choke. You can tell the difference there. It's much more dense. Still shooting off to the left, but still much more dense. And these little circles are bubbles and stuff I've drawn in here, the voids, just to show those. So really nice pattern there. Winchester Super X at 20 yards. At 30 yards, the Winchester Super X. I know that looks like a lot of voids, but the pattern is pretty well spread. Even with it shooting a little left, we've got enough over here on the right to do the job. So 20-yard pattern, Winchester Super X. Let's take a look at the Monarch. All right, this is the Monarch shell at 20 yards with the modified choke. This one's shot more left than the Winchester. I got a feeling it's got something to do with the feet for a second, this being a little faster shell. But still, pretty decent spread. The voids are a little bit bigger in areas on this one than it was with the Super X. The Super X tended to have a better coverage than the Monarch did with the modified choke, but the Monarch did better in the improved cylinder than the Super X did. So that is our Monarch pattern, 20 yards, modified choke. Moving on to the 30-yard pattern. This is where the Super X outshined the Monarch. The voids in this pattern are quite a bit larger. And this is where you can really see how it's shot left. Better coverage with that Super X coming out of that modified. Now that was the Carlson's flush modified choke. The gun came with a modified choke. We did not shoot it with that one in it. I may go ahead and take that one out, throw some rounds through it, and see if that makes a difference. If that does make a difference, I will come back to the channel and show you guys. But as of right now, my pick for the modified choke is going to be Winchester Super X. My pick with the improved cylinder choke is going to be the Monarch shells. I think this will be a great decoy setup. You know, if they're coming in close, this shell with the improved cylinder, that'll do it. If I'm going to be taking farther shots or I don't know which way I'm going with how far my shot's going to be, I'm going to run the modified and I'll just stick with the Winchester Super X. But if we run across anything else that I think might be beneficial or may help out the wing shooting, we'll give it a shot. Who knows? I might end up buying a improved modified choke and a full choke. We'll see what those do. We'll see what those can handle at longer ranges, these ranges. You know, breaking in the new shotgun, we got it running with the Mossberg all around, from turkey hunting to small game. So you will see me with a Mossberg in my hand no matter what kind of shotgun hunting I'm doing. I have this guy and I have my turkey gun. So we'll be doing a lot more pattern testing with this guy this summer, trying to figure out what it likes, what I like in it. We will shoot slugs through it. So we'll see what we got, and we will run with the best of what we can find. So we'll see you guys the next time.